Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to show you how you can create your own end screen for your YouTube videos. So we're going to be using Gravit Designer for this. Now, I do have the Pro version, which is $70 per year, but I do believe that for the first, I think 7 or 10 images that you create, you'll be able to export this so you have a transparent background. So we're going to start off with a video file size of 1920 by 1080. This is roughly the file size that I'm going to be exporting for, especially for my other channel that I have. So we're going to create this file. Now, you're pretty much going to be starting off with a blank canvas. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to get a template from any other website in terms of the boxing size. All right, so what I've done is I've just gone to Google and I've just typed in YouTube end screen template. So I'm just going to have a quick browse in terms of which ones I think that I like in terms of the general overall layout. So what I'm going to do is on this one here, this is the video template that I think looks quite nice. So I'm going to click on this one. So all I'm going to do is click on this one and save this image to the desktop. And then I'm going to drag this across into my Gravit Designer. And then we're just going to drag it to the bottom right hand corner. Now this is pretty much the box size that we're going to be working with. So we're going to be creating our own box. This image here, we're just going to lock it in place. So we're going to use a toggle bar so we can no longer drag this around. In the top middle here, we're going to go to the shape icon. We're going to go to the rectangle and we're just going to simply just trace this box size. And then once we've done this, we're going to copy and paste and then we're going to bring it over here as well. Now that we have these two, we're actually going to flip this. So I want these two boxes here on the left hand side because we're going to have the video transition into the top right hand corner, which will make sense once I finish this video. Now just note that also there is a bit of a buffer with the side of the screen, so you can't get the videos to be all the way directly over here. You do have to give it a little bit of leeway. So this template is going to give you, a rough idea in terms of how much space that you need. So we're going to drag these two boxes over here. I'm going to give it roughly about the same space, which is about there. Okay. Now with the background, we don't really need this any longer, so we're just going to hide that one for now. And we have our two boxes that we're going to be working with. Now we're just going to create a bit more of a background on the outside. So all we're going to do is grab the box and let's say we just want to cover this side over here. And let's say we're going to make it a different color and we're going to say make it red. Now, as you can see, it's covering everything. So over on your layers over here, we want this red rectangle to be at the bottom. And then your two spaces where your videos are eventually going to be showing on your end screen are going to pop up over here. Then we're just going to add in some more rectangles just to give it a bit more depth. Just going to drag this one behind the red box. We're going to make this one a different color. And then we're just going to drag one over the top over here as well. I'm going to drag this behind the red box. And then we're going to, let's say we're just going to go with a bluish color. Alrighty. Let's just turn that just a little bit to the side, just so it has a bit more of a gradient. And again, guys, I'm just doing this very quickly just so you can see an example. Now this white space over here is going to be transparent. There's no layers over here. So when we export this, and we use a transparent background, all of this section over here, you're going to be able to see through. So this is where we're going to have the video be playing in the background whilst this overlay starts on our screen. All right. We're just going to add some quick text onto this. Then we're just going to change the font. So we're going to go from Open Sans, we're going to change it to our imported font. We're going to make it nice big fat text. And then we're going to chuck in an arrow over here because why not? Just going to drag and drop our arrow over here. We're going to flip this. We're going to flip this. And then you can also put your socials in over here, or you can even just, and at the bottom over here, you can just put a note to subscribe. So please subscribe for future help. and you're starting to get the idea of what that's looking like. So this is just a very basic template we're going to use, and we're going to import this into our video file. Now what we're going to do, now this is just a very simple basic template, and what we're going to do now is save this, and we're going to export it as transparent. And then when you're editing your video when it's finishing is going to play in the background over in this section here. So we're going to export. Alright, so now we have a old video that I've done in the past. I'm just going to drag this onto my timeline. And for me, I'm using DaVinci Resolve, which is a free video editing software program. And then drag your end screen down to your timeline. We're going to put this above the layer. Now your end screen can only be 20 seconds long. So what we're going to do, at least in DaVinci Resolve, we're going to right click and we're going to go down to change clip duration, and then we're going to set this for the full duration of the 20 seconds. Now you know that this is exactly 20 seconds. So I'm going to snap that into place. Now at the point where we transition from the actual video over into your end screen, we're going to cut this specific video section. Alright, so now that's being clipped. Now this video section here, currently it's taking up the full screen, as you can see. Now we want this video to now only be playing in this little section over here. So what we're going to do is click on this video, we're going to resize it, and then we're going to drag this in. So see how you can move it in, and then we're going to drag it across here. And if you wanted to, you could also skew this over to the right and turn it just slightly. So you can play around with the size, and again you can do this with any type of shape on the right hand side as you like. Now we're going to export this file, and then I'm going to show you how you can upload it and apply the end screen to your video. Alright, so I'm just uploading this test video as an example, so we're just going to click next, next, unlisted for now until we add our end screen in. So once this is finished uploading, we'll be able to edit the end screen, and then this is where it's currently processing. We're going to click on details. Okay, so that's finished uploading, and we're going to scroll down over here to end screen. We're going to click on edit, and then over here are some templates. So what we're going to do is just scroll down to here where it says one video, one playlist, and one subscribe. So we're going to tap on this one. We're going back to the boxes that we created first. So this is the first box. Now, as you can see, there is a border around the outside. So ideally, we want to make sure that our boxes fit within that border because you can't go any further than those. So obviously we've made a slight mistake with this one. So we can't go any lower than this. So I would go back and edit that box. So it just gives you a rough idea in terms of where they should be placed. And then this one here is going to be a subscribe icon. So people can actually subscribe by clicking on this one here. Now, if you're not happy with one of the boxes, you can delete them, and you can do a most recent, or you can choose a specific video. And then we're going to add an element, and we're going to add a video, and then we're going to do the most recent updated, and we're going to drag this one over here. Now, as you can see, the last 20 seconds of the video, as this plays, everything is going to show up in these two boxes. So exactly at the 20-second mark, it's going to switch over, and then all of your information is going to pop up onto the screen for your end screen. Once you're done and you're happy with the result, press save, and then that's it. Easy as that, guys. You've now created your own end screen. You've made it very fancy, like a lot of big YouTubers have. And if you found this video helpful, please make sure you give this a quick like and a subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.